Chantecaille is one of the most expensive beauty brands out there. But are the products actually better, or is it all just hype? In this video, I'm going through the best and worst of Chantecaille, unsponsored and unfiltered. These are the products that surprised me, that I regret buying, and the few that are absolutely worth the splurge. If you've ever wondered, should I really spend this much on a face mist or a tinted lip balm? This video is for you. And with that, let's get into it. And let's start things off on a positive note. These are my Chantecaille favorites, the products that I actually think are worth the money. And then we'll get into maybe some of the things that I don't think are as good that maybe you should stay away from. I'm gonna kick it off with my all-time favorite product, not just from Chantecaille, but one of my favorite makeup products in my entire luxury collection, the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. This is one of the most skin-like foundations that I've ever tried. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a fan favorite here on my channel. So many of my subscribers have purchased this, and it makes me so happy to hear how much they love it. It is an oil-free gel cream type of formula. It feels super luxe on the skin. I would say it gives kind of like a medium coverage. You can still see a little bit of your skin peeking through, but it definitely does a great job covering up, most of my rosacea and my hyperpigmentation. It is not greasy because, again, it's oil-free. It has 56% water, so it's very hydrating on the skin. It's kind of like that perfect foundation that works for so many skin types, whether you are oily, dry, mature skin. I absolutely love it. And you know what? I didn't think it was possible to make this foundation any better than it was. And somehow Chantecaille managed to do that, because at the time of me posting this video, I think it was maybe about a month ago, they released a newly reformulated version of this product. And boy, was I very concerned. But I'm happy to say, friends, that I actually think that the new one is a little bit better. It's not drastically different if you liked the old one, but I actually think that this one is better. First off, what they did is that they did bump up the skincare and kind of modernize the formula a little bit. If you take a look at the ingredients, you're still getting oil-free, you're still getting a high water content, it's still gel cream and all that kind of stuff. However, they have updated the silicones to be lighter on the skin and also more blurring. There's more ingredients for hydration and water retention. There's more skin soothing and anti-inflammatory ingredients like chaga mushroom and duckweed. I would say a trend that you will see in most Chantecaille products, whether it is the makeup or the skincare, is that they are all very hydrating, soothing, and anti-inflammatory, which is great for me because I have dry skin and a lot of redness. There's also ingredients to help regulate sebum production, so this works well on oily skin. And they also updated the preservatives, which I think is really important because this has a high water content. I don't want bacteria growing in my little pot of foundation, so I think that's good. The only thing that I didn't find in the ingredient list is that it says that there is a plant-based retinol in this. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that in the ingredients list, but comment down below if you know more than me. So those are some of the main differences in the ingredients, but what does this mean for the actual look and feel of the foundation on your face? I definitely think that the new version is slightly more blurring and just a little bit more coverage. I felt like it was a bit more effortless to cover my hyperpigmentation. I felt like I didn't need to use as much to get a medium coverage, but you still very much can sheer this product out. So I actually like the look of the new one a little bit better. Now, I use the shade Alabaster, and what I will mention is that the new Alabaster, it is more neutral. It actually is a better shade for me, which I'm happy about. The old Alabaster, I always felt was just a little bit too peachy. The shades are slightly different, but in my case, the formulation in the shade actually has been improved. Oh, I forgot to mention, they also updated the packaging. The new packaging is made of glass. It's much more weighty. It's more luxurious. So I feel like all around, this was a total upgrade, a welcome upgrade to this foundation, and I still highly recommend it. Next up, we have another bestseller from Chantecaille, and that is the Sheer Glow Face Tints, or the Sheer Glow collection. What exactly are these products? They're basically really beautiful moisturizers full of calming, moisturizing, botanical ingredients, and they each have their own slight tint that gives a beautiful luminous effect to the skin that doesn't really look like makeup. It's kind of like a makeup skincare hybrid. There's the rose face tint. This is going to be good for fairer skin tones. It gives a kind of pearlized effect to the skin, a bit of like a glow and illumination. Then you have the gold face tint. This is going to have more of like a warmer more undertone, but similar depth to the rose one. And then lastly, there is the bronze face tint. This is gonna be better for deeper skin tones, or if you wanna give more of like a tanned, glowy look to the face, almost like bronzer drops that you see from other brands. I would say that the biggest differentiator between these and maybe like other face tints or glowy primers and things that you see on the market is really the skincare. Think of it like a moisturizer, like a really good moisturizer, and then it just happens to have this like gorgeous, beautiful sheen that gives like an ethereal look to your face so you don't have to put on as much makeup. It's really the skincare. If you take a look at the ingredients of these, they have a proven anti-aging complex in there. There's hydrating and barrier support ingredients. There's a lot of calming ingredients to soothe the skin. Chantecaille really is a skincare first brand, and that's why you see the high price tag on a lot of these products. It's really for the skincare. I also will mention these don't have as much pigment as like a RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. If you're looking for something with like a sunscreen, if you want more pigment, if you want the glow to be more noticeable, I would go for that RMS product. I'll link it down below. It's one of my favorites. I also really like the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. That's really good. If you're looking for something that is very skincare forward and is a bit more subtle, I mean, it's called Sheer Glow Collection. It's very sheer. If you want more of an ethereal veil over the face as opposed to a lot of pigment, then this is going to be a good option for you. I think that, you know, they're best sellers for a reason. You're probably wondering which of these tints is my favorite. I thought that the gold one was going to be my favorite, but I actually prefer the rose one the best because it's a bit lighter than my natural skin tone, and I find that it provides more brightening than the gold one. The bronze one is great if I want to like kind of enhance a bit of a tan. It's good for the summertime, but the rose one is really my favorite and gives the most noticeable glow on my skin tone. Oh, and just a quick reminder that if you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you are new here, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Sophia and I upload new videos just like this every single week, all about everyday beauty and accessible luxury style. I film all of my beauty videos in natural light with no filters, and we like to keep it real, honest, fun, and chill here on this channel. So hit that subscribe button to join our fam. We seriously would love to have you. And I'm gonna have all these products, the different shades that I wear, everything that I mentioned, the brushes in this video, the makeup that is on my face, it's all gonna be in that description box down below, along with my code to the sale or on the shopping button on the screen. My next recommendation are the cheek jellies. This is not gonna be a liquid blush per se. It's gonna be a gel cream blush, kind of a similar formula to the Future Skin Foundation. And what I love about this formula is that you get that beautiful natural skin-like type of look that you get from a cream product or like the Future Skin Foundation, but it's not greasy, it's not slimy, and I feel like this type of formula, it's kind of foolproof. Like if you have a hard time working with liquid or cream blushes, definitely give this a try because I feel like it's just so effortless to apply. It dries down, it looks beautiful, it gives that kind of gorgeous watercolor effect to the skin. They're not going to be the most pigmented blushes in the world, but I definitely feel like these are pretty buildable, and the formula I think is quite unique. I don't think I have anything else like this in my collection. They just launched at the time of me filming this video 3 new shades to the line, and they are all absolutely gorgeous. The first one, which I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today, is called Euphoric. I think that this one might be the most unique. It is going to be like a light peachy pink, but this one specifically has the most gorgeous shimmer to it. It's almost like a blush highlighter hybrid. If you follow me here on this channel, you know I love a glowy blush, and I mean, come on, look at that glow. I love this shade. The next one is called Delight, and this one is not going to have any shimmer. It's going to be more of like a deeper, brighter type of coral, perfect for the summertime or just anytime you want to give a little bit of warmth to the face. And then the last one is called Thrill, and this is a Sophia shade. This is a gorgeous terracotta. If you want something that's almost like a blush and bronzer hybrid, if you don't want to have to go in with a bronzer, this is a great way to kind of warm up the face in a very natural looking way. I love these kinds of brown, reddish types of tones. This is definitely the one that I wear the most, but I think maybe Euphoric is probably the most unique. Next is the Le Camouflage Stilo, and this is the concealer pen from Chantecaille. I feel like I never hear anybody talk about this, but I love this concealer. It is so intensely moisturizing and hydrating, especially for like that dry, delicate area around my eyes, especially on my eyelids. I always get eczema and a lot of dryness. This does a great job of hydrating that area, brightening that area. It comes in the little click pen, so you can be super duper precise. You know, less is more as we get older. I feel like this concealer pen is really, really good for dry skin and for mature skin specifically because it has that very lightweight type of texture. It's blurring, and again, it's very, very hydrating. If you're wondering how this product compares to other click pen concealers, I would say that the Chantecaille, it has more of like a hydrated look and feel compared to like a Clé de Peau or Victoria Beckham Beauty. The Clé de Peau, I think, has slightly more coverage, and while it's not matte, it has more of like a natural finish compared to the Chantecaille. The one that is closest to the Chantecaille, I would say, is the Victoria Beckham Beauty Click Pen Concealer, but I still think that this one has the most hydrated sort of look around the eyes if that's what you're going for. The only thing that I don't like about this concealer from Chantecaille is the shade range. Like, they definitely need to expand the shade range. It's a really good product, but not a lot of people get to enjoy it because of the shade range. As far as eyeshadows go, the ones that I think are worth it are specifically the eye trios. For whatever reason, these have like a really beautiful baked type of formula that is very, very smooth on the eye. Is it gonna be the most pigmented eyeshadow in the world? No, it's Chantecaille. They're all about that kind of like more subtle, natural beauty, you know, enhancing what you have. So don't expect any like crazy color stories or like super pigmentation from these products. The eye trios, although simple, I really enjoy using them. I find them very effortless. And a lot of times I look at the colors and I don't think they're anything special. And then I go in and I use them and I really love the look at the end of the day. It looks so pretty on the eyes. I don't find that they emphasize any texture. And the ones that they have on the site right now, if you're watching this in the future, I'm sure they're gonna launch more for other collections, but the ones that are on the site right now are the Les Papillons collection. And I think they're on sale, and then when the sale starts, they're gonna be like a sale on sale, so it's gonna be like a clearance item. That's a really, really good deal. You have the Nymph Trio and the Diana Trio. I'm wearing the Diana one on my eyes today. Really ethereal, very brightening. I think it's beautiful. It's very light, but I really enjoy the effect. With both of these, you get a beautiful kind of sparkle topper shade that just adds some illumination to the inner corner of the eye. You can put it in the center of the eye. You can use it with other palettes that you have to brighten up the look. So I really like what they did, balancing out the different formulas there so that you can create some contrast with what is, you know, a pretty like simple and user-friendly type of palette. For lip products, I recommend the Lip Veils and the Lip Cheeks. Gosh, these are expensive, but I really do like them, and they always come out with the most beautiful wearable shades in a different range of tones. They're like pretty much the same in terms of packaging, price, and formulation. The biggest difference is that the Lip Cheeks are slightly glossier. I'm wearing one of the Lip Cheeks from the Sea Turtle collection on my lips today. This is in the shade Ginger Lily. So beautiful, really enhances the look of the lips, kind of fills in the lines. It's not plumping, but I feel like the shine and the effect that these give, it kind of like makes the lips look plumper. I love that these are pigmented, but I don't need a mirror to put them on. It's very effortless. They are such beautiful lip perfecting products. I love the Slate Vanilla scent, and a lot of the ones that they've released recently, they're actually also gonna be like a sale on sale. And on the packaging, it has the little animal from the collection. So you might have a little sea turtle or a little cheetah from the cheetah collection. And I mean, come on. Come on, who doesn't love a cheetah? Who doesn't love a cute little sea turtle on their lip product? I mean, I very much enjoy it. I like the whole experience. These really do feel like a luxury product to me. And hey, if you can get them on sale, even better. Now, the mascara. I'm wearing it on my lashes today. It's an absolutely beautiful mascara. I mean, come on, look how long it makes my lashes. But I'm always a little bit on the fence of whether or not I should recommend the mascara because it's so expensive. And there are other mascaras in my collection that I think give a very similar effect. Like I love the ones from Surratt, from Hourglass, from Sweed Beauty. I think that the mascara is worth it. Number one, if you can get it on sale. I would not buy it full price. deals. Trust me, you can find it on sale either on the Chantecaille website or like in other beauty sales across the internet. Make sure you subscribe to me and follow me on Instagram because that's where I share, where I find these deals. I post them out on my stories. Follow me on Instagram because I give you guys all these real-time updates about those kinds of things. But anyway, I think this mascara is worth it if you can get it on sale. And also if you're looking for something that really focuses on like the health and the conditioning of your lashes. A lot of times when I say, oh, this mascara, it's kind of overpriced, a lot of my subscribers comment down below and they tell me, well, Sophia, I'm paying that much because I feel like this mascara is really gentle on my lashes. It's very easy to remove. It conditions my lashes. It helps with lash growth. So if that is something that you're looking for and you're willing to pay a little bit extra for that kind of a product, then I do actually recommend this. I mean, I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. It just depends on whether or not that matters to you. As I mentioned earlier in this video, Chantecaille is a very skincare focused brand. So of course, I gotta give you my skincare recommendations. These are products that I actually use in my everyday routine. I enjoy them. I have experience with them. And these are the things that I would repurchase and spend my money on personally. The first one is my absolute favorite, and I apologize because it is expensive. Most of the skincare from Chantecaille is expensive, but this is a pretty pricey product, but I actually feel like it's worth it. It is the 24 karat gold face mask. This is the best face mask I have ever use, and it actually really improves the look of my skin with just one use. I put this on my face and then I like to leave it on my face for pretty much as long as possible before I go to bed. Answer some emails, watch some Love Island, all that good stuff, and then I'll tissue off the excess, kind of leave it on as a night cream. I go to bed and I wake up with the smoothest, most hydrated, plumped, and also kind of like brightened, more even skin. It really just kind of calms down any kind of angry redness that I have. This is my little miracle in a jar. I absolutely love this mask. If you take a look at the ingredients, it is just packed with so many good things. There's tons of humectants and barrier lipids, which leaves the skin feeling super soft and revitalized. There's peptides for firmness, elasticity, and collagen renewal. There's a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients. There's plant cells in there to stimulate regeneration and repair. There's a lot of really good, expensive ingredients in this, and that is reflected in the price. I did a little ingredient analysis, and this is comparable to products from like La Mer, Chanel Sublimage, Augustinus Bader, Dr. Barbara Sturm. So it's kind of up there in the price point because it is very much luxury skincare. A bunch of you purchased this in the last sale and you told me that you absolutely love it. So I'm super excited about that. If you end up getting this and you like it, please follow up and let me know what you think. But if you don't want to spend that much on a face mask, because I absolutely understand, I will recommend a not affordable, but more affordable for Chantecaille alternative that I also really like. It is the Jasmine and Lily Calming Mask. This is a mask that I love to use when I just really need to calm down my skin. When my skin is angry from the summer heat or the harsh winter cold, or I don't know, I always break out and my skin looks horrible when the seasons change. Comment down below if that happens to you as well. I will reach for this mask because it is so refreshing, hydrated, soothing, and calming on the skin. I used this the other day and then I went in with the Future Skin Foundation. Man, it just went on so much more smoothly. I feel like a lot of my redness was diminished. This is also the kind of thing that you can kind of just tissue off before you go to bed and use it as sort of like a night mask, a nice cream. You can go to bed, wake up, your skin is going to be super hydrated because it is packed with humectants and lipids to support your skin barrier and really hold in all of that moisture. So this one is also really good. And actually the packaging for this one, it's like really weighty and made of glass. It's actually more luxurious than the gold mask. So there's that as well. I also want to share my experience with the Blanc Peony Face Serum. This is a part of a new line that was launched this year from Chantecaille, the Blanc Peony collection, and it's supposed to be for brightening the skin and diminishing dark spots. And I was very excited about this because I do have quite a bit of like freckles and dark spots on my face that I've been wanting to fade. So I've actually been using the face serum specifically. It was gifted to me by Chantecaille, by the way, full disclosure. It was gifted to me back in April freckles, so I've been using the face serum specifically for I guess about 3.5 months now because it is now July. And I just wanted to show you guys these before and after photos. I was really curious to see how much of an effect this would give. I do think that this helped. I do see that my dark spots, like my freckles, have diminished a little bit, but I can't say it was totally revolutionary. I know a lot of you have been asking me like, is this any good? I haven't had any luck with any other dark spot corrector or serum, and I've tried a lot of ones from different luxury brands. This is the first one where I actually do see it helping a little bit. If you have any other recommendations, let me know. I think I'm at the point where I probably need to just get, you know, go in with some lasers to see some real effect. But I wanted to just be honest with you guys. I do feel like this serum, it helps with the freckles and dark spots, but it's an at-home treatment. It's not going to do what a laser would do. It's a very subtle sort of brightening effect to the skin, which I like, but I just want to set expectations. The newest Chantecaille skincare product that I've incorporated into my routine is the Vital Essence. And this is kind of like a hydrating, very calming serum. Once again, like most of these products from Chantecaille, they're very hydrating and they're very anti-inflammatory, which is something that I really need. And this serum is specifically formulated for stressed and reactive skin, which is mine. The base of this is actually rose water. It's a common ingredient used by Chantecaille. It's a natural soothing antioxidant. It's got tons of humectants and emollients to hydrate the skin, but it still has like a very lightweight serum-y type of texture. This is the kind of thing that you would put on before your moisturizer as like a hydration and anti-inflammatory booster. And there's also a lot of botanicals for skin brightening. So far I really like this. I've been using it for a little bit. Definitely made for my skin type and something that I would take a look at that I haven't recommended in my previous videos. Okay, and the last favorite that I will share with you before we get to the products and that I think you should avoid is kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine, and that is the Rose de Mai body cream with retinol. This is so expensive, but I love it so much. Like everything about it just feels so luxurious to me. This is also the kind of product that I love to give as gifts. I gave this to my aunt for Christmas last year. I wanted her to, you know, do a little self-care and just spoil her, and she absolutely loved it. The packaging is like gorgeous and weighty, looks beautiful on your bathroom vanity. The formula smells like heavenly rose water, very lovely but not overpowering. The formula, it feels kind of light and very spreadable, not sticky, but still extremely hydrating. And then this formula also has the retinol, so it's great at smoothing your skin if you have any scaliness, or like me, if you get a ton of bug bites in the summer and then the stupid bug bite leaves a mark on your leg and your legs look all uneven and blotchy. You gotta go in with your Rose de Mai body cream with retinol, smooth everything out, and it's just a lovely little ritual after I shower before I go to bed. This is a good one, but definitely get it on sale because it is kind of a lot for a body cream. I get it. And now, let's talk about the products that aren't necessarily bad products, but I just don't think they're worth it, or I think they're overpriced. These are the things that I'm like, meh, you can skip it. Don't waste your money. There are other better things, I think, at Chantecaille. The first product are the lip sheers. They've been doing these a lot lately. The lip sheers, while they are beautiful on the lips and they're very hydrating, I just don't feel like they're different enough from other tinted lip balms that are out on the market. Like literally every brand, whether it's a luxury brand, a drugstore brand, and anything in between, has been doing like the light hydrating tinted lip balms. And I like that category of product, but these are just so expensive. It's like not a lot of pigment, there's a little bit of shine, they're not very long lasting, the packaging is fine. I would definitely get the Lip Chic instead. I feel like it's so much more worth it, and I don't know, I just think that they look better on the lips. I feel like this next one is a little bit controversial because a lot of people like this product, but the Luminescent Eye Shades, I want them to be so good, but like I just can't get into these. They look so adorable because they have the little animals on the packaging. It's so cute. I love the concept, and the shades are very beautiful, but oftentimes, like the majority of the shades that they have, the formula is just like not very smooth. It's like kind of chunky, kind of glittery. The eye trios are so much better. I feel like they should just take the eye trio formula and maybe change it up a little bit and maybe make these shades like super special, more like a topper, but that's not what they're for. They're supposed to be like single one and done eyeshadows, and I just don't feel like they're worth the price. I think they're very, very overpriced, and the packaging for what you pay for, while it's cute, it feels a bit plasticky also. So I feel like they need to upgrade the packaging and they need to make the formula a bit less chunky. Similarly, with the powder blushes, they're so cute because you got like the little sea turtle and the little horse and there's the coral. Like, it's a gorgeous concept, very, very cute and very on brand for Chantecaille. But like, they're not bad, but they're nothing special. That little animal or creature design that you see on the blush, that is an overspray. So it looks really beautiful the first time you get it, but then after one use, you don't see the cute little bee anymore. You don't see the cute little turtle. They are gone. And there's other luxury brands like for example, that, yeah, they make really expensive blushes, but those colors and that pattern last all the way down to the bottom of the blush. So I almost wish, like, I wouldn't even mind if Chantecaille made these where it wasn't an overspray, and if they charged more, like a little bit more for that, I actually would buy that because that is luxurious, that is unique and a bit different. That's something that I would pay for. The blushes as they are, they're just kind of like, like it's a nice blush, but it's nothing special. The cheek gelées, I think, are much more unique, and that's where I would spend my money. Also, the packaging on these, I don't really like it. It's very plasticky, it's very plain. And yeah, I just don't think it's worth the price. Not a bad product, just overpriced. Next, the Radiance Gel Bronzer. Now this is gonna be the same formulation as the cheek gelées, more or less. It's a really nice formula. The reason I'm putting this in like the avoid category is because there's only one shade. There's only one shade, and it's kind of like a very specific shade. If you are a customer looking for a bronzer, if you don't have a lot of bronzers, I don't think this would be the one that I would recommend to you. I actually really like this. I know, weird. I like it because I like the formula. It's like kind of luminous, really easy to apply. It's very skin-like because it's that gel cream formula, but the color, it's kind of this like slightly burnt tone, which I think works well on my skin tone, and it kind of gives me that, oh, I've been out in the sun and like, ooh, got a little burnt and I'm like tan and all of that. It gives that kind of bronzer effect, but I just feel like there's so many people out there that this isn't going to work for. They need to expand the shade range. They need different undertones. And because it's so expensive, I almost feel like it's not worth picking up because it's so stressful to figure out if this very specific shade is going to be to your liking. So not a bad product. You know, I would get the powder bronzer, which for whatever reason, I don't see on the site right now, but if you're watching this in the future, hello. If the powder bronzer is back in stock, that I think is really, really good. But just in general, Chantecaille needs to expand their shade range in all of these products because the formulas are very good, but the shades are just very incomplete. The Pure Rose Water Mist. This is a bottle of rose water and it costs $88. Excuse me? $88. It's a fine mist. It's a really beautiful bottle. I mean, it looks gorgeous on my bathroom vanity, but it's literally rose water. And yes, it's a, you know, naturally soothing antioxidant. I would not pay $88 for this. This was gifted to me by Chantecaille, full disclosure. If somebody gifted it to me, I'd be very appreciative, and I do like to use it. But $88, that is just so expensive. I don't think it's worth it. And as you heard earlier in this video, there's other products that have a rose water base. A lot of their skincare has this kind of rose water ingredient in it. So I don't think that you need to buy a separate rose water mist. There's other mists out there on the market that I think are, you know, just as good to kind of refresh your makeup that are less expensive. The 24 karat gold essence intense. This is another product that came out, I think earlier this year. It's one of the newer products from Chantecaille at the time of me filming this video, so I wanted to make sure that I shared my opinion on this. This was gifted to me, also full disclosure, and I've been using it for a couple of months since it was sent to me, so I've been using it for a while. I think it's a really nice product. In essence, is a product that you go in with as the first step in your skincare routine. It kind of feels like water. It's very runny, and this one is packed, as you guessed it, with a lot of good skincare for hydration, for light exfoliation, for brightening. There's a lot of antioxidants in this product. It's a really nice essence. I just think that it is way too expensive. It is $250. $250. This was gifted to me, and I have to ask myself, I have to be honest with myself when I make these videos, would I repurchase this? And I wouldn't, because $250 is so much, especially when, I did an ingredient analysis on this to see like, what is this similar to? Augustina's Botter, another very high-end luxury brand, they also have an essence, and that one is $100. Like when I take a look at these ingredients, it feels like more of a $100 product, still expensive, but a $100 product you can also find from luxury brands. So $250 just seems exorbitant to me. I'm not a cosmetic chemist, but that is my impression of this. I also think that if you are on more of a budget, you can probably find something that gets pretty close to this in the like K-beauty realm. There's a lot of really beautiful essences and like milky toners and things that serve a very similar purpose. Maybe not quite as elevated, but you can definitely get something in that category for like $25. I also want to mention the Bio Lifting line from Chantecaille. I think this one might be their best selling. The Bio Lifting mask, the moisturizer, the serum, they are very, very popular. I used up a whole bottle of the serum, and I mentioned this in a previous video. I really didn't see any difference to my skin, and I like the Bio Lifting mask, but I like the other two that I mentioned earlier better. I just see more of an effect on my skin. But what I will say is that, of course, skincare is very personal. This is a best-selling line, so I don't want to say avoid it outright. I'm just letting you know, like, if you're my age and you have similar skin to me, I didn't really find that it made much of a drastic change, but I have gotten comments on my videos from some of my subscribers who have more mature skin who like swear by it. So I think when it comes to the Bio Lifting line, I don't think I have the right skin type for this, or at least not yet, and that's why I prefer a lot of the other products, as I mentioned, that focus a lot more on hydration and anti-inflammatory effects. Comment down below with any questions that you have for me, and also, what is your wish list from Chantecaille? I would love to know. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, or better yet, go watch another video. Up next, I have my complete roundup of the best skin tints for a real skin look. I'll see you there.